Okay guys, another project here. On a GMC we have our parking light working fine on the passenger side, and on the driver's side our parking light is not working at all. You would think they'd have a point checkoff list. Maybe they do, maybe they don't at the dealership, but it's not working at all. So when you first look at what it takes to get this parking light bulb to go in here on the 2005 GMC and those models around there, Silverado I think same way too. Anyway, you look at this up here, you say, well, man, I can't get my hand in here. That means I have to pull the battery out. I got to take all this stuff right here off, and I mean just a massive job to pull all of this stuff out of here just to get to the headlight or to get to the parking light. Well, this is one of GMC's better ideas right here as how to access this very easily. I mentioned the word easily. You can't get any more simple than this. You don't have to pull any of this stuff off. You don't even have to unloosen a bolt or undo a screw. Here is the key. You got a rod right here. This rod is generally all the way down. Pull this rod up just like that. And you got another rod right here. The one we just pulled up here. This is a second rod. Just pull that rod up. They're both the same length. And we got our bulbs here. These are the same length. So now we pull those two rods up. What does that do for us? Well, you grab your light right here and pull on it. Here's your whole light assembly right here. Now, do you think you could get any easier than that? I don't think so. Pull the whole light out. Takes all of but 10 seconds just to pull those two rods out and pull your light out. And you have access to your bulbs. That's pretty ingenious. The one we want down here is right here, and you have to turn these. Be very gentle with turning these right here. Okay, so there's your bulb for that one. That's not like it AutoZone, and this is what I got. Long life, number 4114. And this should be the replacement bulb for that. And looks like we have another bulb right here too. So let's see what we have to do. Now this one, the red part right here, is the housing for this bulb on this side right here. And so we have to turn that too, no doubt, and pull that out. Okay. But that's a quick fix right there. Just take the bulb out of this one, put a new bulb in there, stick it back in, turn it till it locks, and that's done. And then we do the same thing to this one. Turn it to unlock it, pull it out, put a new bulb in it, and stick it back in and turn it till it locks. Generally, I like to use tissue paper or something like that when I hold these bulbs. I don't like to get oil from my fingers on these bulbs. Sometimes they burn out quicker, especially with anything LED. You definitely don't want any oil from your fingertips on that. So let's see how easy this is going to be. Okay, we got our amber bulbs here for the headlight. remember how we did this? Real simple. Pull this out like that, and you got one over here. Pull that out like that, and pull this straight up. Set that down. Pull this one straight up. Set that down. So you're taking those two out. This is one of GMC's better ideas. Now your whole light assembly will come out. See how easy that is? And the bulb we want is down here. Actually, it's that one right there with the red. That's the one we want. There is a clip in here that you can pop loose and take this whole assembly out too, but I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to turn this like a quarter turn, pull this straight back, and replace the bulb in here. I'll do that on both sides. So it only takes 3 or 4 minutes to do this. Okay, we're taking out this next bulb, and it doesn't look as bad as the other one did on the inside. Let's put a bulb in this one and see what happens. This was the blinker light, but let's see. Okay guys, this bulb, not the first one I did here, but the second one I did, that is the running light. You can see that's the driver's running light. And this is a passenger running light. And it's also the blinker. So it's a running light and it is also the blinker. And these have 2 filaments in them. So one filament was good, so the blinker part was working. The other filament, where it's supposed to be running light, was bad. So I've got a light in here, and I don't know what that's for, because it's not on. And the one on the other side here is not on either. This one right here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, we got both our bulbs in here. Try not to touch the bulb with your hand, the oil. Now, and the LEDs are much more sensitive, and they'll blow. They'll have a short lifetime, the LED type bulbs, but I just like to use anything but my hand, like a napkin or something like that. Now, all we do here is, let me show you one thing. Those rods, one goes through here and ends up down through here, and right here that rod goes here and ends up here, and evidently there's a hole right here where the rod goes through here all the way through here, and a hole here where the rod goes all the way through here. So that's what holds it on, this bracket right here. So instead of having to take the battery out and having to take this water reservoir out and pull all this off, that's all you got to do is pull those 2 rods. And on the other side, we have the same thing. Here's a rod right here. Just pull it out and pull it up. And here's a rod right here. Pull it out and pull it up. It's got a little catch right here. And this one's got a little catch right here too. So nothing can be easier than changing the bulbs whether it's your headlight bulb, low beam, high beam, turn signal, whatever. Okay. On the GMC, I didn't realize it when I was doing this. Now, just to recap, I replaced this bulb with an amber colored bulb. You need an amber, which is about this color, to get that color for the blinker light. And there's a bulb here. I didn't know that. And I was looking at it. So I replaced this bulb here. So small bulb there. And that looks a whole lot better for this outside bulb here. So there's one there. Still have not got this one to work, this inside running light. I don't know if it's a socket or maybe it's a fuse. I have to check and see. But so now we're cooking with grease. That looks pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys.